Good afternoon, everybody. Big Mike back here with you once again. And today I'm bringing you my reaction, my thoughts about this past weekend's Pro Wrestling Noah Great Muta Bye Bye event. Um, it was definitely an interesting event considering I don't really normally tune in to Pro Wrestling Noah, but it was entertaining none the same. Got to see some old favorites, came up with some new favorites. And yeah, let's see how this goes. So grab yourself a snack, maybe something to eat, drink, and let's do this. So first match. There's no at least I don't think there was a pre-show. Unless I completely whiffed on that, in which I'm sorry, Noah. So first match is a tag team match, player. We have Congo, which is Hajime Ohara and HI69. Nice. Taking on Atushi Kogiri and Seki Yoshida. I will say about this match, it was action packed. A lot of, strong strikes, a lot of flying, honestly, too. But my main issue with it is that it never felt like it got to second gear. It felt very like a first gear, let's get this out and get people warmed up match, which, don't get me wrong, those matches are pretty necessary, but I feel like this match needed some more time. Uh, yeah, Congo with a win after a stiff plank. I don't even know what to call that finisher. Like, it was weird. And it seemingly came out of nowhere, and then, yeah, it was a very quick, very safe match, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. Like, it wasn't awful, but it left a lot to be desired. So, uh, yeah, thumbs in the middle. It was fine, but it left more to be desired. This next match, though, a Stardom showcase, and the first time ever Pro Wrestling Noah had a women's match, which, that's a big deal. So looks like New Japan, Stardom, and Noah are going to be, at least loosely affiliated for the time being. So that could be fun. I do believe Okada and the GHC champion are going to have a match. I want to say sometime in April, but we'll see. We'll see about that. So we have Jungle Koyota and Sahori Anu. I am definitely butchering these names. I do apologize wholeheartedly. And they took on the Nomads, which is Suniri Natsu and Maya Yushi. This match was given a lot of time, which is great. A lot of high-speed action, and these four women worked really, really well together. A lot of flying around, not a ton of flying around, a lot of strong strikes, actually. Like, these four legitimately looked like they wanted to beat the out of each other. At one point, a whip was used, which ref didn't see it, so that's fine. That came completely out of nowhere, so I appreciate that. Yeah, Jungle Kuroda and Anu with a victory. It was definitely a really fun match. Something to really get the juices going from that first bout. There was definitely more meat on it, and yeah, a bit more substance. I'm going to give this match a thumbs up. I really enjoyed it. Next up, another relatively short matchup, as we had Timothy Thatcher take on Masaki Muccini. I, I do apologize for the butchering. Thatcher is definitely more of a catch as catch can. Well, technically they both are. A lot of nasty European uppercuts. Big old clothesline from the Mutsara. Muccini? Mucci? I I do apologize. I know I'm butchering these names. And then from out of nowhere, Thatcher with the armbar for the submission victory. Uh, yeah, another relatively short bout, which I do get it. This is Muta's show. I do wish they were given a teeny tiny bit more time. Overall, very good, hard hitting bout that definitely got to second gear, but kind of skipped third gear to get to the finish. So, another, it's more like this. It was an alright bout, but like I said, wish it was given a teeny tiny bit more time. Next up, we have our first multi-man match of the night. A 6-man tag team match player. As we have Junta Miyazaki, Alejandro, and Yoshida Yano taking on Yonahari Ogawa, Ita, and Nozawa Ragani? I do apologize. This match started with a lot of energy, a lot of pop and circumstance, a lot of high flying too, especially from the luchador Alejandro, in which at multiple times the opposing team tried to take the mask off. Oh, and this was under lucha rules, so tags weren't really necessary. So that's fun. It kept the match a bit more fluid, always with some action. Match finish came when the opposing team actually unmasked Alejandro. So Alejandro and his crew won by DQ, which I like I said, I'm not used to Noah, so maybe there's a bit more story to this bout, but I'm kind of sick of DQ finishes. Was it creative one? Sure, but I don't know. I don't know. It was an okay bout. I wish it had a bit more of a, pinfall or submission victory. Overall, it was average. Alright, next up, another 6-man tag. This one went a little longer, which was absolutely great. We have the Good Looking Guys. Yes, that's their tag name. We have Jake Lee, who actually made his return to Noah, I think on the same show Nakamura and Muta had their bout, which that's crazy to think about. As he teams with Jack Morris, who I believe was a replacement. I think someone else was supposed to be in this position, but he had to back out. And their tag team partner, Anthony Green, who I do enjoy. He just made his debut for Impact. Hopefully he's sticking around for a little while. As they took on Masai Kirigimaya, Daki Inaba, and Yoshi Inamura. I do apologize. Yeesh. This was definitely more of a high-flying guys versus strong style guys. And the meshing of styles really worked for me. I really enjoyed this bout. Like I said, it went a little bit longer than some of the earlier bouts. I believe Imuhara uh, decked Jake Lee with a big old pounce, which popped the heck out of me. I love the pounce move. Give me more pounce. um, and yeah, win came with a Jake Lee roll up, which that was surprising, considering he's a bit of a young man from Australia. So, yeah, I'm gonna give this match a thumbs up. It was a lot of fun, very fluid. All three guys worked really, really well together, and yeah, it was fun. Next up, a bit of an interesting bout, as this features a bit of an older gentleman by the name of Katsuhiro Shakabara. I do apologize for this. He's he's the from what I can tell, he's the Shibata of Pro Wrestling Noah. He's the older statesman training the younger guys. And sometimes has matches. As he takes on Hideki Suzuki, who very much is a young boy. He has the plain trunks, the knee pads. He doesn't really have a gimmick, which, that's how they start off in school. And like I said, this felt more like a training bout than an actual match, considering, you know, Sakahuri, the trainer, didn't really bump a whole ton. Like, the finish came with Suzuki having his trainer up for what I thought was going to be a muscle buster, which I think that would have killed him. And then I guess he slipped a little bit, and Shibata caught him in a submission, which I will admit, that's impressive. But then Suzuki passed out, or he, from what I thought that was explained, he, I don't know, he got knocked out? I'm not sure what happened there. It was very strange. The bout wasn't bad, but it was very uncomfortable to watch. So, I'm not going to give it a thumbs down. I'm slightly thumbs down. It was a very uncomfortable watch, and something I really don't need to see again. Alright, next up, another 6-man tag team match, playa. And don't worry, we got 2 more matches. We have Amakasu. I do hope I'm not butchering that. Ultimo Dragon, who I am still surprised he's active these days. If you don't know who he is, he was active in WCW. He was the one with, if you've seen the pictures with him with all the belts, I think he had 11 belts in his run. He did a heck of a job actually against Pentagon in the opening for the AAA Mask versus Mask tournament, which I thought was a lot of fun. Yeah, he also had a brief stint in WWE in the Cruiserweight division. I think he challenged Rey Mysterio for the Cruiserweight title once, which, not really memorable, but it happened. And they are teaming up with Ninja Mac, a GCW standout who has really turned into my favorite wrestler. He's definitely living his gimmick, and I do appreciate that. And they are being led to the ring by Sonny Ono, who managed Ultimo Dragon in WCW. So that was a nice spot for him. I'm glad he's joining his former charge in these other promotions. Maybe he'll be in the Rumble. Nah, I doubt it. Maybe. As they are taking on the relatively young team of Yohei, who is, he's got a pop star gimmick, which his entrance was a lot of fun. I'm gonna say that. The presentation of this guy is very cool. He is joined by KZY. I forget how they pronounce his name. A little high flying dude, which again, he's a lot of fun to watch. And their other partner, Dante Leon, who he's kind of got this raven punk rock gimmick going on. I dig it. Like, match starts out really fast and furious, a lot of strong strikes, a lot more flying, including from Ultimo Dragon himself, which, like, the dude still got it. I don't know what is in the water in Japan, but a lot of these older guys still have it. Like, it's insane to me. Uh, Ninja Mac obviously showing out, including a cartwheel moonsault from the ring to the outside, which that popped the heck out of me. Like, that gave me energy. Like, you wouldn't believe. Finish came with. Oh, and Akamatsu had a weird diving move that he kind of put most of his body into. That was an interesting move. I hope he didn't hurt himself. Yeah, finish came with all the faces, I guess. Ninja Back Ultimo Dragon hitting their finishers on KZY for the pin and the win. This match was the most fun on the card. It was hard hitting, it was high flying, it was everything I love about wrestling. So I'm going to give this match 2 thumbs up and my must watch seal of approval. That's right. This match is definitely a must watch if you are a fan of the high flying style, which I definitely am. Right, next up, your semi main event. An 8-man tag team match, playa, where potential challengers take on a bunch of champions. We have Kaito Katamura, who is the GHC heavyweight champion. El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr., son of Dr. Wagner Jr., who is the national champion. And Takehishi Shigura and Satoshi Kojima, the GHC heavyweight tag team champions, as they take on the team of Congo. Congo again, huh? That's a big group. As they have Kino, Katsuo Nakajima, Makahatsu Funaki, and Mabu Soul. I will admit this match was a bit hard to keep track of everybody, but I think everyone really hit their spots really well, and I think where this match really came together was El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. and I want to say it was Soya, who are the two horses of this match, just coming in and just decking each other with strong strikes. Yeah, and then Dr. Wagner Jr. gets the pinfall, so the champions team win. I will admit this match went on maybe a tad bit too long. But it was a nice showcase of potential challengers to the champions, which I'm always here for. I'm going to give it kind of a thumbs up. Like, it wasn't a perfect match. It was a bit of a overcluster, but it was fun enough to keep my attention. And in our main event, which this is kind of crazy, we have the team of the great Muta in his his Noah retirement match. I believe he has one more bout coming up in either March or April against Naito of New Japan, which that should be fun. as he teams with Sting, an old school rival of his, and the AEW TNT champion, Darby Allin. And apparently the Great Kabuki was in attendance, which that's interesting. Another old rival of Muta, as they take on Hakushi, if you remember him. What was his name in WWE? He was in WWE during the Attitude Era. He's the one with the Japanese kanji on his body, the white pants. Was it Hakushi? I don't remember. Like, it's been so long. And as he teams with Akira, who I believe was the GHC Cruiserweight champion. I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong about that. And their final partner, Nomar Marufuji, who really I only know from his stint with TNA/Impact. And he was fire then. He's still pretty good now. Considering the combined age of a lot of these guys, namely Muta, Sting, and Hakushi, I didn't expect too much from this match, but I will say it was very entertaining. We obviously get the Muta spray on Hakushi kind of early on. And then he also bled, which that surprised me. Sting and Darby kind of mixing it up now and again. Sting wasn't in there a lot. But then when Darby and Marufuji faced off, ooh, gave me chills. Those two work really, really well together, especially considering this is Darby Allin's first time in Japan. So that's pretty cool. Finish came with Scorpion Death Drop, Coffin Drop, and of course, the Shining Wizard from Muta for the 1, 2, 3 on Hakushi. And honestly, even with the age of a lot of these guys, this was an entertaining match. Like, it wasn't as high flying, which, that's fine. Although with Sting, with what he's been doing in AEW, it's kind of surprising. While an entertaining bout, it kind of fell flat, a little bit flat for me at the end. Like, the other team didn't have a chance to really break up the pin. And, I don't know. It was a little bit weird. But I will say I still did enjoy it. It was a nice, fond farewell to a living legend. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. It was definitely an entertaining bout. Was it the best wrestling of the night? Absolutely not. But was it a good tribute to a legend? Abso-freaking-lutely. Alright, that is it for me. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. Let's share this all over the internet. Let's get the word out. Because next up, this coming Saturday, it's the most wonderful time of the year. No, it's not Christmas. It's Pro Wrestling Christmas. As the road to WrestleMania begins with the Royal Rumble. I will try to get you my predictions out at least on Friday. And I do have something a little special planned. I would like to give you my reactions to the actual Rumble matches. We got the men and the women's. So I'd like to give my reactions to that because I think that would be entertaining for you guys. Let me know what you think. It's something I would really enjoy doing, and I'll see you on Friday for my predictions, where I'm not only predicting the matches, I'm going to try to predict the surprise returns / debuts, which should be fun. All right, until next time, happy wrestling, everybody.